Hey.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. We are a lot behind because I was having connection problems. Ow! So, I'm Melanie, and we have Lisa and Wendy on right now. So that is good because the three of us represent three different teams, so to speak. We're all under the same umbrella, which is wonderful and always inspiring because there's more of us women to lift each other up, and we have a few good guys too. So what I want to say, I know I kind of made it a showstopper, and to me, and maybe even to Lisa and to Phyllis and some of the other leaders on the team, I think for us, we have seen something different happening in the culture of our coaching business, and not just ours, but from other coaches as well. So I want to start with something very, very basic. I think it's where I have to start. It's where we all have to start. And maybe we haven't revisited in a while, and maybe you're new and you haven't even thought about it. But I'm just going to ask a couple of questions, and I really want you to write down the first answer that comes to your mind. I don't want you to think about what anybody else is going to write down or what is the right or wrong answer, because we're not going to share it. It's really just you. So the first thing I want you to think about, and I want you to immediately write it down, and this can be literal. It can be literally like right now. Why are you here? Why are you here? What brought you here? What brought you to watch the video, the recording? What brought you to this meeting? Write that down. Okay, the next question. Why did you start your personal journey? Not what it is now. Why did you start it? Okay, next question. Why did you become a coach? At that moment, if you think back to, some of us have been longer than others, what was the first reason? Because sometimes that evolves. So I want you to go to your first reason why you became a coach. And the last question, and this is the one I don't want you to really think about. I really just want you to write it down. What does your success look like? And that's hard. And you may have to move some things around in your mind. You may have to write a few things down, and that's okay. I wrote 3 things down. And those 3 things are based on my experience as a coach. So the longer you've been a coach, the more things you might have to work around. But if you did write down a couple of different things, if it wasn't just one thing, I want you to rank them right now. 1, 2, 3. What are your top 3 reasons? Or what are not your reasons, but what does your success look like?
Melanie, can you expand on that a little bit more when you say, what does your success look like?
Yeah, because success.
Is it like go ahead.
Sorry. Well, I'm thinking more, part of that can be personal success. So if part of this whole coaching thing, because some people become a coach to become more accountable to themselves and to others. So if that is part of your why, then that is going to be part of your success, where that might be different from someone else's. For example, if you have a financial need, because I know coaches who specifically do this because they have a financial need, that's going to play into what success looks like for that person. Then there's someone like me who is like, I'm just really passionate about helping people, and I spend a lot of time in it. A success for me could be achieving what I can achieve with better balance with my family. So ultimately, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest here, because success looks different for me today than it did 3 years ago, or 1 year ago, or 2 years ago. Today, I'm here to say that I've given so much of myself, so much of my heart, and I'm not going to change that. That's not going to change. But I need a little bit more. I need a little bit, coming back to me. And to me, that comes in 2 ways. It comes in other people's success, and it comes in a weekly paycheck. So I am going to be honest, that did not matter to me in the beginning, and it may not matter to a beginner now. And I think that's healthy. I think, we take care of ourselves mentally in some of the goals that we set. We just have to remember not to, is that a long-term goal? I never thought about that. Am I going to long-term want to help people? Of course I'm going to want to do that. Am I going to long-term want to spend 40 hours a week helping people with no income? So I shouldn't say no income. I have a good income. It's good. It keeps me here. It keeps me grounded. It keeps me going. It keeps me hopeful. But the whole point in us coming together is to say, what more could I have gotten out of this? How many more people could I have reached? And how much more income could I have built for my family? Because those two things go hand in hand. So I don't know what you guys wrote down, but I shared with you, honestly, money. And honestly, I couldn't have told you this a year ago. It wouldn't have not been my focus. So this is something you should come back and revisit from time to time and ask yourself that question. All right. So, I'm just going to imagine some of the things that you may have written down, and I'm going to think that maybe some of the new coaches are probably thinking about becoming Emerald or becoming Diamond or making Success Club on a monthly basis. Those were some of my initial goals. Actually, my first goal, and it has never changed. I woke up every day once I committed to being a coach. I literally woke up every day and told myself, I am a Beachbody coach. So there's my bed right there. As I rolled out of my bed, I thought to myself, I'm a Beachbody coach. And my goal every night when I went to bed was, I'm just going to help 3 people. I'm just going to help 3 people. I didn't think about how many people I needed to talk to or how many people I needed to invite. I really didn't think about how I was going to do that. It was just that simple. That's what I needed to go to bed and to feel confident in what I could achieve. So I encourage you to know that you're a coach, act as a coach, build your business as a coach, and make a goal for yourself. So 3 people. Of course, that came from Success Club. Everything encourages you to make Success Club. And that's great. It's a great goal to have. I am not changing that goal. I'm not changing that goal for myself. I'm not changing it for anyone else. What my big thing is don't let that goal take over all your other goals. Your other goals for me personally, helping more people. That was one of my goals. Okay, yes, I achieved 3 people per month, and I've done that since I started. I can't tell you how many I turned away. I can't tell you. I don't even want to go back and see how many people I turned away. So that is why we're here, because there's 2 things that I've learned over this time, and Lisa and I've talked about this, but the 2 things are, Success Club can be a very bright, shiny object that leads you down a different path, just as with rank. And turning people away is also, it goes against whatever goal you probably wrote down. Even if we have different goals, I'm sure that turning people away was not one of them. So what I want to say is there's 2 things we need to do going forward. 1, don't turn anybody away. We have something for everyone. And I'll talk more about that in a minute. But 2, you are not successful if no one is successful with you. You can't build whatever your goal was or whatever success looks like for you by yourself. I've built mine, but I wasn't by myself. I had my sister. If I didn't have her, I probably would be, Diamond right now. But I have built myself to Diamond, and I have built David to Diamond. Cross your fingers, 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks. But I could have done that a long time ago. I was 1 star in February of 2015. And look how long it's been. Had I not worried about making Success Club all those months, I needed those success points, but I didn't have to have them under me. I could have put them under David. I could have built him a lot sooner. I don't even want to tell you what that money might be, what I've lost in that. But you know what? Ultimately, I'm okay with it. I am not sad. I am not bitter. I tell my kids all the time, we learn the most from our mistakes. And I will say it was a mistake. I will say being focused on just Success Club alone, not realizing how else I could achieve income, was a mistake. And I don't want to make that same mistake for myself or for any of you as a leader. I don't want, and Lisa and I've talked about this. We want to show you how to have income. How, if just your bottom line is to cover your cost of Shakeology every single month, there's several ways you can do that. You can sign up 3 people with a challenge pack as a customer, and you're going to get, that's not really enough. I guess it's 4. So see that I don't really think like that because I'm always signing them up as coaches. But, you have that option, but that's not going to grow. That's just going to cover your Shakeology every single month, 4 people. If you keep adding to those, but that's you working by yourself, that will grow. If you sign them up as a coach and you sign 3 coaches up every month, and then you encourage them to do that to pay for theirs, that's where you grow. That's where you build income, because you're not working alone. They're covering their costs for themselves with coaches and customers. And that's kind of where I missed the boat. I knew that that's how it worked, but I didn't do anything to support that part of the business or that part of the compensation plan. And, I don't want to go too in detail because those are things that we can go over in a separate meeting, in a separate group. It's in the office, in the website office, everything is there. It's just, I'm here to tell you, don't be so focused on the highlights or the bells and whistles or the recognition pieces. Know what your goal is. Know what your success looks like. If your success looks like All-Star Legend, then you go for that. But I'm here to tell you, you don't get a bonus on that. You don't grow your rank just on that alone. So I'm not saying don't do it. All I'm saying is, when you have the opportunity to bring someone on and they're not ready for success or for challenge pack, which will earn you Success Club, then you go to the next thing. Okay, that's our challenge pack. I mean, it's awesome. The next thing would be what? Beachbody On Demand. They can get the workout and the nutrition plan. If they're not ready for the commitment, they're not ready for the investment, they don't trust themselves to stick to it yet. They don't trust themselves to drink a whole bag. They don't trust the product. That's because they haven't followed you long enough, or you're not sharing enough. They don't know the benefit. So from here, what I want to say is you just never turn them away. I wrote it down. Capture the no. Capture the no and don't let them go. So when they say no, that is not your exit. That is not your, okay, well, I'll check with you on the next group. That is not your way out. That is not, I'll follow up with them next month. Oh, girl, I'm sorry, I get excited. I had a list. These are people I'm going to invite. These are the people who said yes, they're going to go in the group. These are people who said no, I'll invite them later. No. Those no's need attention. They obviously came or responded or started a conversation with you. You need to know why they started that conversation, and you need to find a place in your funnel for them. And that leads me to another thing, a funnel. Okay, so I've been talking about a funnel for a long time. I've been kind of half playing with it. It's not an option for me anymore. I have a funnel. It's a group everybody goes in if they want support, if they want to follow a program, if they do a 3-day refresh, if they've been in my free challenge group, whatever, however they come to me. If they've reached out to me through a friend and they want more support, they go in there. We do have a conversation. Are you working with a coach? They say no, I trust them, because maybe they are, but maybe they're not happy. And they don't have to tell me that right off the bat, So we'll find that out as we go down the road. And, I'm sharing in there with 300 people. So it's not like, I'm giving something out that's, personal and private. It's for everyone. It's a funnel. It's a free accountability group that you offer that creates its own personality by what you put in there and by what other people put in there and how they respond. So this is, you guys can do it whatever way you want to, but I encourage you, if you're a new coach, and I have a couple of new coaches who started off right out of the gate, smartest thing they could do, and they created a private Facebook group where they could just put all their people. No one that they even sold anything to yet. And you can kind of think of it as like a mini like page, because it's, it's like your personal content, what you want to share, but it's a little more private. And I think that's a safe place to start for new coaches as well. Get all your friends to come in there and then share with them what you're doing. But you can't isolate yourself in that group, because that group will only be as big as you are. And you have to be outside that group to bring people into the funnel group. You have to offer challenge groups. You have to offer free groups. You have to offer, even maybe a week meal plan. Whatever you need to do, you want to build your funnel. And whoever you talk to, whoever comments on something, you message them. Thank you. I've noticed you've liked all my posts about, my meal prep. Would you like to go in my group? It doesn't mean you're giving them all your meal prep. It just means you're putting them in a place because they have an interest in what you're doing, and it's where you offer invites to your next challenges and so forth. So you want to build that funnel. You don't want to turn anyone away. And I can tell you from experience now that those people who have been in there, they don't do anything. Sometimes I don't even know they're there. And then they come out of the woodwork when they are ready. But they're in that group. So they may be seeing your stuff on your timeline. They may be seeing the stuff on the group, in the group. They may be seeing stuff on your like page. But you're multiplying your ability to reach them by housing them somewhere else. So you're not just relying on your Facebook page or your like page. It's another opportunity. And for me, that's where I can just share everything. Okay, we got a sneak peek. I don't feel salesy in there. And I don't ever put anybody in there without their permission. Do you want to? And sometimes I will even invite and put the link and let them invite themselves in, and then just accept them once they get there. So that's my first, in hindsight, wish I would have done things differently, bring everybody in. I still feel, and this is just kind of solidified in my mind with Shift Shop Challenge Group that we have now, I still feel that it is important to have a challenge group that is just for paid customers. So now I have run paid challenge groups in this free funnel group, and it's just kind of not fair in the end. It's because everybody's in there. Not everybody has a program. Not everybody has Shakeology. And the good thing is they can see what's going on. They can see the value. But if they're not ready, they're not ready. And we're just kind of preaching to the choir. So I think that you need a more personal, closed environment for your paid challengers, for your customers or coaches, whichever one they are. So I'm going to continue with paid challenge groups. I'm not going to, I'm going to keep advertising them. I will advertise them in the challenge group. And I'm saying this because those of you who are in my downline or who want to be a part of this, you're welcome to. I encourage you to get to a place where you can do this on your own, where my funnel isn't your funnel. And I don't mind. You can put people in there and take them out. But you don't want your people to build a relationship with me. And it's my group, and no one is going to go in there and post something or comment something without me responding to them. So there is a good chance that they're going to hear from me. I mean, I'm just that way. Nobody's going to post or comment without me acknowledging them. And so, I won't take your people by no means, but I don't want your people to feel stronger or closer to me than to you. So, I think there's an accountability feature there. When you run your own group, you will show up for your people. And, but I'm definitely not closing my doors. Please do not think that. You are all welcome in my group. Your people are welcome. I just say be vigilant in taking up time with them. Okay, so the next thing is, we're talking about keeping our door wide open. The top of your funnel is as big as you can make it. The second thing is when you do bring on a coach, first of all, bring on the coach. Why? Lead with the opportunity. There is an opportunity here. Whether you do it the right way or the wrong way, I'm still making couple $100s a week, sometimes more, sometimes less. It's still a pretty good income considering I only do this in my pockets of time. It doesn't govern my life. I do it because I love it. I'm still at all my kids' games, all their appointments. I'm at home with them every day. So, to have a great income and to build from there is a huge opportunity for anybody. And maybe somebody doesn't even know they want it, but why not become a coach and explore that opportunity, or even just share it with your friends? So this is why we always, we encourage people to enroll as a coach, but we need to lead with the opportunity of being a coach, because you could potentially earn $13,000 a year. I mean, you become Emerald, that's just signing your mom, who's really into what you're doing, and your sister, or your sister and her friend. That's just two people under you as coach. And when they have a good experience, because you're going to put them in your paid challenge group, and you're going to take good care of them, and you're going to love on them, and you're going to encourage them, and hopefully they're going to have a great success, then those two people are going to want to bring in two more people. Well, I got these two friends. Great. You sign them up under you, and you sign them up as a coach because they may want to bring on friends. You get where I'm going. Like, this can be contagious. Success can be contagious, whether it's personal success, which is one thing we wrote down, or may have been one of your successes, or if it's financial success, if it's just covering your costs. Initially, that was my goal. I just needed to cover my costs. I am not a working mom. I was a stay-at-home mom. I've been for a long time, and to even go out on a limb and pay $160, which is what I paid for the 21-day fixed challenge pack, was huge. And if I wanted to continue Shakeology, which I knew I did after week 1, then guess what? Coach is what I had to do. And it wasn't bad. I wanted to do it. I wanted to share what was working for me. So, you want to give people a good experience. You want to show them the opportunity. And maybe you new coaches, do you want to do this for free? Or do you want to do this and have some residual income? It's wonderful to help people. And I can't tell you how much the messages and the thank yous and the even referrals, how much that means. It's a wonderful feeling. I lived off of it for 3 years almost. But on Thursday, looking at my paycheck, that's pretty good too. And you don't have to. I mean, one of my things this morning, I don't know, can't remember how it went exactly, but it was in my devotion. And basically, the scripture tells us that God wants to bless us abundantly. And that is not just in a spiritual form. He's already given us everything he can give us with eternal life. But he wants to give us material things. He really does. But we have to walk through doors. We have to be faithful. We have to trust. We have to be honest. We have to be real. We have to be transparent. And I think that will make us attractive to people, because we really do just want to help you, whether that's get your personal fitness or your nutrition. But we also, if you want more, if you want an income and you want some material things, or you have some things with your children that you need to do, we want to give you that too, because we can. And the longer we're in this, the more we learn how the best way to do that is. And that's what that's why I felt important to come to you today to say, don't turn anybody away. Capture that no, and don't let them go. Hold on to them somehow. Hold on to them, keep checking on them, and then build your coaches. Help them build themselves. The biggest thing you can do for them is help them find success, personal success. When they have personal success, they want to share that success. Your challenge group is not about you, not about what you put in it. Your challenge group is about what they get out of it. And that is the bottom line. So where you have to invest your time is making sure they are successful, following up with them, showing up, being present, telling them that they can do it. Is it going to be 100%? No, never going to be 100%. People are not always ready. They commit, they think they're ready, and then they fall off. But that's where you've got them in the funnel. They're not going to go anywhere. And when they see you every day posting in there, being consistent, when they are ready, they're going to come back to you. I can't tell you how many times people have been in my challenge group, taken 3 months off, come back. It happens, but you have to hold on to them. So those are my main 2 things. Lisa, do you have anything you want to say? capture the know, lead with the business.
My only other thing would be is, and I know this is really going to be complicated for new coaches, but know the compensation plan. I have a 2-page sheet that I can share with you guys. Know where you cap out. At Emerald rank, you cap out at $250 a week. I'm going to share this. I took some photographs of it. Melanie, if you want me to put that, where do you want me to post that, Melanie?
When I post the recording in Team Extreme, just put it in the comments right there.
Okay.
And I will put a title about the meeting, and I will, in the title or in the post, I will put compensation plan. So if they search it, they should be able to find it.
Perfect.
You have a question?
Yes, Lisa, what do you mean by cap out? Like, if I understand what you're saying at 250, but what happens to the money if you make more than that?
Okay, that's a really great question, and it's something that we're not teaching people, Wendy, and that's why you're asking that question. So what happens with the rest of it? Let me give you an example. My husband, I built him all the way up to 1-star. He's back down to Emerald, long story short. Every week you could only make so much money at your current rank. So at Emerald, in Team Cycle Bonus, it's $250. Okay? So next week, if he cycles enough bonuses to earn $300, the extra $50 gets flushed and he doesn't earn a penny of it.
Oh, I did not know that. Okay.
Yep. Now it's only in Team Cycle Bonus. So if he sold a boatload of product, he would still make his commissions. But Team Cycle Bonus and building the team is where the long-term wealth comes in, and not selling a boatload of products. So have I been foolish to not try to raise his rank over this last couple of years? Because I'm not even maxing out at $2,000 a week. My current rank is 3-star diamond. That's $5,000 a week. Okay. I'm nowhere near even capping out at diamond, which is $2,000 a week. So it doesn't really make much sense for me to keep chasing rank. And I'm not close to maxing out the compensation plan. And that's what this is about. Trying to max out the compensation plan. This is a really simple 2-page document that somebody shared with me, because you know what the P&P is like. It's that thick. Who's going to sit there and read the whole thing? But you have to know the basics to build a smart. So I'll definitely share this, Wendy.
And I want to explain, or just throw out there, the reason why there's a max is because we're not a pyramid. It has to be that way. If you are not personally growing your business, yourself, your rank, then if they just allowed you to continue to make all the cycle bonus you can make off of everybody, then you wouldn't be growing, and that would be just a pyramid. And that wouldn't, so that's one of the reasons why at each level there is a cap. I mean, am I right, Lisa? Is that accurate? Is that one of the? Oh, yeah.
I do think it's one of the reasons, and also they want you to continue. Obviously, they don't want you to just sign up at Emerald and then make $300,000 a year. So they want you to keep building, obviously, and bringing people on.
Right.
So then, one more question with that.
Sure.
Then, if you're close to capping out, and somebody wants to sign up as a customer under you, and they're not interested in being a coach at this point, would you funnel them to another one of your coaches?
No, never.
Okay, that didn't seem right to me. But I mean, how do you handle something then?
And that's a customer.
Yeah,
that's a customer. Because I have people that when they first sign up, they do not want to be a coach. They're not sure yet if they are going to like the shakes, if they're going to like the workouts, and I know what you said, that's part of what I need to promote more with them, but I don't want to cap out. So
with the customer, you never will, because customers trade commissions, and they're not going to take your commissions. Now, remember, we're only
I got you. I'm
Okay,
confusing cycle bonus with customers. Okay.
Right. So with your customers, your income is, let's say it's flat. It's non-dimensional. So your customers, you're making a commission off of every month. 5 customers, every month getting Shakeology. What's that? 5 times 30, 100, is that 150?
Yes.
and then so if you're adding to that, then you're limited. You're capping yourself out at that point. If you can get them over onto the coach side, regardless of what they want to do with it, but don't discount or disconnect from building them as at least an emerald. See, that's the mistake I made. Signed everybody as coach. So I got to diamond fast, and I got great cycle bonus. I got great volume, and I still do every week, especially at the end of the month, because that's when most of my people signed up people. So, that's all great. But if they aren't producing, at least as an emerald, and helping me build my income and helping them cover just their costs, then I'm capping myself without even hitting the cap. Does that make sense? Like, I'm leaving a lot of money on the table, and I'm not really helping these individuals. They're getting a great discount, but they could also be getting 25% bonus on anybody who wants to sign up with them, or, or even their own cycle bonus. I mean, and that's kind of what, we're not teaching our coaches, and therefore our coaches are not teaching other people who have the opportunity to come in and make, whatever they want to make. Because the limit, what is it, Lisa, is 13,000, right? As an emerald.
Right. So it's $250 a week. So if you maintain that, you can earn $13,000 a year. But what the finding is that once people are emerald and they're starting getting close to max out, they're just naturally going to build into ruby, because then you're up to $1,000, and then you're going to double it at diamond at $2,000. So everyone's going to grow.
Right. Because once you have that incentive and you're making $13,000 a year, you don't want to lose 50, 100. You don't want to lose anything. You just say, okay, now I know what I need to do to get to ruby. And ruby shouldn't be that hard, because you already have emeralds under you. Diamond should be pretty easy.
Right. It should just happen.
Yeah, it really just happens naturally. So instead of me having to build every single leg and make my mom emerald, I just went about it wrong, and I don't want to do that anymore for myself, and I don't want my team. I want everybody to be successful. I want the time they invest in this to be worth their while, with income as well. I mean, we're all getting the best benefit in health, but I mean, for the time that we're investing, there is some, financial reward that we could be having too. Okay. So that's the gist of it. I mean, I hope that you see the shift in the way I'm thinking and the way I'm feeling, because that's really the big deal to me. And I know Lisa feels this way too, because we've watched and been researching the same information. How we're going to do that is really just feed you the information. We get it. We understand it. We have to do it ourselves. And to benefit ourselves and to benefit you, we have to bring you that material. We have to make you understand it for yourself to see if it's worth your while the way you want to work your business. I mean, that's the good thing. We're all CEOs. You can do it the way you want to. You can take 2 or 3 years and figure out what works and what doesn't work. Or we can go back to the people who started this before there were challenge packs, before there were Success Club, and watch how they're building their business. So like Pete Pena says, and I will never get this out of my head, he's out there on the golf course while we're trying to make Success Club. And what is Success Club doing? I mean, if you're bringing on coaches and customers, yes, that's building your business. But what are you doing once you get them? I mean, we're giving them oh, no, I'm unstable again. I'm unstable. Well, we're probably running out of time anyway. But stay tuned, because I know, we want to offer more information, but it's kind of it's detailed. Okay. So wrap it up. I think we're just going to move forward with a little bit of knowledge and enlightenment that there's more than one way to do that. And I think we need to just try to focus on what your end goal is, whether it's numbers or financial reward. The way to go is to help someone else achieve that goal, and to produce more emeralds, produce more diamonds on your team. I mean, without the chase of the rank, or without the chase of Success Club. Aim for Success Club. Aim for the sale of the challenge pack. I mean, that's your first offer is to create a challenge group and sell them a challenge pack so that they have everything they need, all the tools, all the resources, plus you one-on-one. Do not undersell yourself. You are the most important piece of this puzzle. So, if you just keep inviting and sharing your personal story, which is what's made Lisa's last 2 months so successful, you will see the benefit too. And that from there, you will have people to talk to, people who are interested in whether they come on with a challenge pack or they take maybe just the 2-week trial, which would be your last option, or your free group and they want nothing, just put them in the accountability group. You just don't turn them away. You bring them in and you show them what we provide. Over a period of time, they will reach out to you. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Thanks, Lisa, for your help. Thanks, Wendy, for being on. It's always great to see y'all. And let's try to get together again and maybe go to the next step. Okay? All right. Bye.